The T-90 has its origins in a Soviet-era program aimed at developing a single replacement for the T-64, T-72, and T-80 series of main battle tanks. The T-72 platform was selected as the basis for the new generation of tanks owing to its cost-effectiveness, simplicity, and automotive qualities. The Kartsev Benediktov Design Bureau from Nizhny Tagil was responsible for the design work and prepared two parallel proposals. Firstly, the Object 188, which was a relatively simple upgrade of the existing T-72B tank, Object 184, and the far more advanced Object 187, only vaguely related to the T-72 series and incorporating major improvements to the hull and turret design, armor, power plant, and armament. Development work was approved in 1986, and the prototypes were completed by 1988. The vehicles resulting from the Object 187 program have not been declassified to this date, but it was the lower-risk Object 188 upgrade that would be approved for series production as the T-72 group. The T-90's main armament is the 2A46M 125mm Smoothbore tank gun. This is a highly modified version of the Sprut anti-tank gun and is the same gun used as the main armament on the T-80 series tanks. It can be replaced without dismantling the inner turret and is capable of firing armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding Sabot, APFSDS, high-explosive anti-tank, HEAT-FS, and high-explosive fragmentation, HE-Frag, ammunition, as well as 9M119M Reflex anti-tank guided missiles. The Reflex missile has semi-automatic laser beam righting guidance and a tandem hollow charge heat warhead. It has an effective range of 100 meters to 6 kilometers and takes 17.5 seconds to reach the maximum range. Reflex can penetrate about 950 millimeters of steel armor and can also engage low-flying air targets such as helicopters. The NSV 12.7mm remotely controlled anti-aircraft heavy machine gun can be operated from within the tank by the commander and has a range of 2 kilometers and a cyclic rate of fire of 700 to 800 rounds per minute with 300 rounds available. The NSV was replaced by the Cord heavy machine gun in the late 1990s. The PKM-T 7.62mm coaxial machine gun weighs about 10.5 kilograms, while the ammunition box carries 250 rounds and weighs an additional 9.5 kilograms. Like other modern Russian tanks, the 2A46M in the T-90 is fed by an automatic loader which removes the need for a manual loader in the tank and reduces the crew to 3, commander, gunner, and driver. The autoloader can carry 22 ready-to-fire rounds in its carousel and can load a round in 5 to 8 seconds. It has been suggested that the automatic loaders on modern T-90 tanks have been modified to take advantage of newer ammunition such as the 3BM44M APFSDS, which like the US M829A3 penetrates armor better than the previous shorter rounds. Heat rounds that can be fired from the 2A46M include the 3BK21B with a depleted uranium liner, 3BK29 with accredited penetration of 800mm raw equivalency, and the 3BK29M with a triple tandem charge warhead. Additionally, the T-90 features the ANIT fuse setting system which allows the tank to detonate 30F26 HE-Frag rounds at a specific distance from the tank as determined by the gunner's laser rangefinder, improving its performance against helicopters and infantry. The accurate firing range of the HE-Frag FS is 10 kilometers, APFSDS is 4 kilometers. The fire control system of the T-90 showed the following features of combat shooting during state testing. Heavily armored targets at ranges of up to 5 kilometers were hit by tank T-90 on the move of up to 30 kilometers per hour with a high probability of hit with the first shot. During state testing made 24 launches of missiles at ranges of 4-5 kilometers and they all hit the target. All missile launches were made by inexperienced professionals. An experienced gunner at speeds of 25 km per hour hit 7 real armored targets located at ranges of 1,500 to 2,500 meters in 54 seconds. The fire control system on the T-90 includes the PNK-4's SR-AGAT day and night sighting system mounted at the commander's station, which allows for nighttime detection of a tank-sized target at ranges between 700 and 1,100 meters depending on the version of the sight. Early models of the T-90 were equipped with the T-01K01 Buran sight, but later models like T-90s were upgraded to use the ESSA thermal imaging sight, which allows for accurate firing to a range of 5,000 to 8,000 meters using the Catherine FC thermal camera produced by Thales Australia. The gunner is also provided with the 1G46 day sighting system, which includes a laser rangefinder, missile guidance channel, and allows tank-sized targets to be detected and engaged at 5 to 8 kilometers. The driver uses a TVN-5 day and night sight. In 2010, Russia started licensed production of Thales-developed Catherine FC thermal imaging cameras for T-90M tanks. These thermal imagers are also present on T-90M Bhishma built in India under license. In 2012, the Russian-made combined sample of Commander Supervisory Sighting System T-01K04DT AGAT-MDT was presented to the public. According to Krasnogorsky Zavod, AGAT-MDT has the ability to be installed for further modernization in the sight of the newly developed domestic UPF format by 15 microns, which is possible in the future to extend the range of target identification at night to 3.5 to 4 kilometers without sight modifications. In 2016, the Krasnogorsk plant finished testing the Irbis-K night vision gunner's sighting system for the T-80U and T-90, with first deliveries in 2018. Completion of the Irbis-K, the first Russian-produced mercury-cadmium telluride (MCT) matrix thermal sight, will bridge a gap with the leading NATO countries in this area. The Irbis-K is capable of identifying targets at ranges up to 3,240 meters during both day and night. The Russian-made thermal imaging device not only meant that Russian tanks would no longer need to be equipped with foreign parts, but it also meant that complete tank modernization was cheaper. Furthermore, there will be no decrease in demand for the T-72 and the T-90 in the next few years. The new tank gunner's heat vision sight Irbis-K and the commander's combined sighting and observation system AGAT-MDT can be supplied to T-72, T-80, and T-90 upgraded versions, replacing Catherine FC thermal camera from Thales. The prime mover is the V-92's diesel engine, built in the Chelyabinsk tractor plant. Different models of the T-90 tank are powered by various motors in its initial models, like the V-84MS 840 horsepower 4-stroke V12 piston engine, uprated 1,000 horsepower engines, and 1,250 horsepower engines made by Uralvagonzavod and are delivered by Chelyabinsk tractor plant. The -90s with a 1,000 horsepower engine can attain a top speed of 60 km per hour on the road and up to 45 km per hour on rough terrain. T-90 tank has a typical drivetrain arrangement with a rear-placed engine and transmission. The 1,000 horsepower engines are V92 4-stroke, 12-cylinder, multi-fuel diesel, while 1,250 horsepower engine is V96. The T-90 export version, that is the modified T-90s, is fitted with an increased power multi-fuel 1,000 horsepower diesel engine with turbochargers. The tank is also fitted with an air conditioning system for work in high temperature zones. The T-90 is fitted with a 3-tiered protection system. The first tier is the composite armor in the turret, consisting of a basic armor shell with an insert of alternating layers of aluminum and plastics and a controlled deformation section. The second tier is third-generation Contact 5 ERA explosive reactive armor, which significantly degrades the penetrating power of kinetic energy APFSDS ammunition. These ERA blocks give the turret its distinctive angled clamshell appearance. ERA bricks are also located on the turret roof and protect top attack weapons. The turret's forward armor package, in addition to the ERA and steel plating, contains a composite filler of Russian composite armor, sandwiched between upper and lower steel plates. The composite armor results in a lower weight and improved protection when compared with steel-only armor. The third tier is a Shtora-1 countermeasures suite, produced by Elektromashina of Russia. This system includes two electro-optical IR dazzlers which are active infrared jammer on the front of the turret, which gives the distinctive red eyes, 4 laser warning receivers, 2 3D6 smoke grenade discharging systems, and a computerized control system. The Shtora-1 warns the tank's crew when the tank has been painted by a weapon guidance laser and allows the crew to slew the turret to face the threat. The infrared jammer, the TSHU-17EOCMDAS, jams the semi-automatic command to line of sight (SACLOS) guidance system used by some anti-tank guided missiles. The smoke grenades are automatically launched after Shtora detects that it has been painted. The smoke grenades are used to mask the tank from laser rangefinders and designators, as well as the optics of other weapons systems. Indian T-90's tanks are not equipped with the Shtora-1 countermeasures suite. They are equipped with the LED's 150 Land Electronic Defense System. In addition to the passive and active protection systems, the T-90 is also fitted with nuclear, biological, and chemical (NBC) protection equipment, KMT mine sweeps, and an automatic fire suppression system. The EMT-7 electromagnetic counter-mine system can also be installed on the T-90. EMT-7 emits an electromagnetic pulse to disable magnetic mines and disrupt electronics before the tank reaches them. The Nikidka Signature Reduction Suite is also available for the T-90. Nikidka is designed to reduce the probabilities of an object to be detected by infrared, thermal, and radar bands. During a reported test conducted by the Russian military in 1999, the T-90 was exposed to a variety of RPG, ATGM, and APFSDS munitions. When equipped with Contact 5 ERA, the T-90 could not be penetrated by any of the APFSDS or ATGM used during the trial and outperformed a T-80U which also took part. During combat operations in Dagestan, there were witness accounts of one T-90 sustaining 7 hits from RPGs and remaining in action. T-90M and T-90MS mounts the more advanced Relikt ERA. Relikt defends against tandem warheads while reducing the penetration of APFSDS rounds by over 50%. It can be installed instead of Contact 1 or Contact 5. The T-90A T-90's turret uses a stronger steel alloy, giving an approximately 10 to 15% increase in the protection level given from the steel elements of the armor array. As the array from many aspects is not wholly steel, the overall increase in protection is less than this margin over these areas. An early variant of the export-oriented T-90s allegedly saw combat action during the 1999 Chechen invasion of Dagestan instead of being delivered to India. According to Moscow Defense Brief, one vehicle was hit by 7 RPG anti-tank rockets but remained in action. The journal concluded that with regular equipment, the upgraded T-90 seems to be the best protected Russian tank, especially with the implementation of Shtora-1 and Arena defensive systems. During the Donbas War in Ukraine in the summer of 2014, elements of the Russian 136th Guards Motor Rifle Brigade equipped with T-98 tanks conducting operations in Luhansk Oblast of Ukraine were identified in social media posts and locations of their photographs, georeferenced by open-source investigators. The T-90A was deployed to Syria in 2015 to support the Russian involvement in the Syrian civil war. In early February 2016, Syrian army forces began using T-90 as in combat. In late February, a video was leaked on the internet which showed a T-90 survive a direct frontal turret hit by a TOW missile in Aleppo. On 15 September 2020, a Russian T-90 was accidentally hit by an anti-tank guided missile during exercises held in Russia's Astrakhan region, causing serious damage to the vehicle. Azerbaijan used its T-90's tanks during the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. One T-90 was damaged and captured by Armenian forces.